as to why she was deported despite a court order. Politico reports this, quote, in a sworn declaration filed with the court that CBP officials at Boston's Logan Airport hadn't received formal notification of the court order through official channels before Alawi was put on an Air France flight bound for Paris Friday night. This is where we start today with some of our favorite experts and friends. New York Times legal correspondent Matthias Schwartz joins us. Also here, immigration policy expert Andrea Flores, Vice President for Immigration Policy and Campaigns at Forward U.S. And with me at the table, former top official at the Department of Justice, MSNBC legal analyst Andrew Weissmann's here. Andrew, let me actually ask you to take on the question that we started with. Is a constitutional crisis upon us?
The answer is yes, although the one thing I will say is that in the court filings, let's leave aside what we're hearing from the White House and people who are sort of cutouts of the White House, because that's where there definitely is a constitutional crisis. In the court filings, the Department of Justice is trying to, although it's as tenuous and as, I think, implausible as possible, to say why they didn't violate the court's order. And they have a number of reasons, and they're actually trying to avoid ever going back to Judge Boasberg, who, by the way, is the chief judge in D.C. I mean, he is the head lawyer for that court overseeing this. And he has a hearing at 5 o'clock, presumably, to decide this issue of contempt. So I would say the Department of Justice is trying to thread a very, very, very small needle. I'm more concerned by the statements coming from that you did the clip of the press secretary saying no judge can do this. I'm sorry, who on God's green earth is she to say that? That's what the courts are for. Pam Bondi said that she's free to criticize the judge in terms of she thinks he's wrong. She is saying that we're appealing it. All of that is fair game.
Right.
But she went further. And she said that he is, by his ruling, supporting terrorists. That is the first line of her statement. That is from the Attorney General of the United States. And so, to me, it's those comments that are leading to that constitutional crisis. That is just not how you speak, whether you're the head law enforcement officer or anyone else in the government. Fair game is to criticize the judge, and
appeal.
And they have appealed, and that's their right. And they may win and they may lose. That's sort of separate. That's a separate issue. Just to be clear on the merits of this, Judge Boasberg on the Alien Enemies Act has substantial grounds to support what he did. That's very much going to get into the weeds. But let's just say, even if you thought reasonable minds could differ, who says because you've said the government doesn't have a statutory basis to do something and you say you can't do it, that means that you are siding with terrorists? And by the way, they have not been determined to be terrorists. As you noted at the outset, there's been no hearing on that. And of all people to be understanding of defendants' rights and the right to a hearing, and that you shouldn't take executive action as being the end-all and be-all, it should be defendant Donald Trump. He was a defendant in 4 criminal cases. If there's anybody who should know and understand and respect due process of law, it should be him, because he was himself protected by it.
Let me just clarify a legal question. I feel like what you're sort of saying without saying is that there was a lawful way, most likely, to deport these individuals, that what he's done by doing it in defiance of a court order is almost mixed two principles here. One is his absolute authority on deportations, but the second is both the defiance of a court order and the incredible smear against the judge that called for them to stop.
I guess I'm saying a little less than that. I actually am not going as far to say that there was a lawful way to do this. Judge Boasberg said under the statute doesn't apply, and so that will get litigated. The backup argument that the government's now making and is trying to say why they were not in defiance is they said, okay, I understand that you said we couldn't do this under the statute, but we actually could do it under the president's inherent Article 2 power. That's an argument. We don't know what the Supreme Court will do with it. I think it's a tough argument, but at least it's a way of trying to, go through this little needle of saying we didn't actually violate your order, Judge, because we were acting under the Constitution, not under the statute, which was all that was challenged.